Let us understand what are equivalent fractions and how to find equivalent fractions for a given fraction. Fractions that represent the same part of the whole are called equivalent fractions. We can understand this by taking example of fractions like 1 by 2, 4 by 8, 7 by 14 and 25 by 50. Though these fractions seem to be quite different from one another, on closer look we see that in each of these fractions the numerator is half of its denominator. So we write half here, or we can also say that in these fractions each of these fractions is representing half of the whole. That means they are representing the same part of the whole, which is the definition of equivalent fractions. In here the same part meant 1 by 2, but this same part can mean either 2 by 3, 5 by 8, it can be anything. As long as the fractions are representing the same part of the whole, they are called equivalent fractions. We can find equivalent fractions for a given fraction either by multiplying or by dividing its numerator and denominator by the same number. To understand this, let's take an example, 12 by 36. When we multiply 12 by 36 with the same number, let's say 2 here, we get an equivalent fraction. Here we get 24 by 72. 24 by 72 is an equivalent fraction for 12 by 36. Since they both represent 1 by 3 part of the whole. So these are equivalent fractions. When we multiply 12 by 36 with some other number, let's say here we multiply it by 5, we get another equivalent fraction that is equal to 60 by 180. In order to find equivalent fractions by division, we take the same example 12 by 36. But here we have to divide 12 and 36 by the same number. So in the first case, I am dividing it by 3 and this gives us 4 by 12. 4 by 12 is an equivalent fraction since it also represents 1 by 3rd part of the whole. We can divide 12 by 36 with some other number. Let's say 4 over here. We will get 3 by 9. 3 by 9 again represents 1 by 3rd part of the whole. So it is again an equivalent fraction for 12 by 36. So we learned here that we can find equivalent fractions for a given fraction either by multiplying or by dividing its numerator and denominator by the same number. So these were the two methods for finding equivalent fractions for a given fraction.